Jij mocht het zeggen.
Oké. Het is lang geleden dat we nog zo'n video gemaakt hebben.
Ja,
Zalig.
we zijn het verplicht.
We hebben het nooit gekund.
Nee.
Hello everybody, welcome. And yeah, we were making a video actually to say we quit and then to show you this. Oh, which order do we do it? So wait. Hello everybody, thank you for 100,000 subscribers. We wanted to make a video to say thank you first and foremost, and to say we quit. Bye bye. Well, we actually quit a bit back already a while ago. No, let me explain. So we started this channel in 2016. If you feel like it, you can go back in time here in YouTube. Then we started posting transcription videos, and then we got like this kind of schedule or habit.
Routine.
Yeah, and we did one every 2 weeks, so that meant one for every week on the channel, because we would have each 2 weeks and would alternate. And that was a great routine to have had, but that's what we are actually quitting. We are not quitting the channel. Sorry for the title and the thumbnail, but I guess every YouTube channel gets to do that one time, so this was ours.
We thought it might be a good time to switch things up after 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. I think that's also what our main interest anyway is, like talking about the content of what's happening in the solos. And now we did what has been the great thing in the form of a transcription. And now we want to talk about the how and the why something works and is played.
Yeah. So that means more larger analyses of the solos instead of just following along with sheet music. For my part, I'm probably gonna be talking about more guitar-specific things, but also methods like maybe you saw the earlier video with Dr. Molly Gabriel, like how to practice, what you're practicing, in which way, all that kind of stuff. More broader subjects, of course, everything to do with ear training, improvisation, and all that.
Been discussing for several years the approach that usually has been given in traditional education for jazz and ear training is kind of not really helpful at times.
a bit lacking.
We've got to learn a lot of things, ear training and stuff, by just spending tons of hours in sucking and frustration and overcoming barriers. And there were, a ton of things I wished I knew just when, for example, going to the conservatory. I mean, you can have these mechanisms, and if you know how to approach things, it can take still a lot of time, but you have at least a focus and a goal and a method to try to unlock any sound that you want. And transcribing is basically transcribing your own taste. That's why transcribing is so important.
Amen.
Yes, so a little bit of a regime change, rhythm change. So Timothy wants to focus more on these methods and the ways how to approach all this, the mechanisms. And I want to do just a lot more these analysis, maybe just live analyses, like I've been trying over the last month or two, just off the cuff, listening to a solo transcription and talking you through what is happening and what the soloist was thinking at that point and why all these things work so well. So I want to do that more. So here is where you come in. First, does that sound good? Let us know in the comments. But more importantly, do you have some ideas that we didn't discuss yet, what you want to see us do? Or maybe you have more specific ideas to suggest to Timothy, for example, to interview a certain person or a method, or just a specific question about practicing our guitar. Or for me, like a certain solo, preferably something I've already transcribed, or maybe not, or like something specific that is kind of super mysterious to you. And yeah, for me, it's always like solos are storytelling, and you kind of want to uncover what the story is behind that solo.
Ik denk dat we al van het script zijn gewandeld.
Ja. Regime change, focus, why, how? Timothy? Yeah. Jorge? Study with us. This. Okay, and last but not least, maybe you've seen it or maybe not, we have some material for you to get better at ear training. We have an ear training course. We have some specific lick books where also we dive into the story and the analysis behind the lick, which gives you way more than only the lick itself, because that's super important. We've developed actually a very good system, the AIR system, which we wanted to do. We wanted to do this subscription type of website. Years ago, we made a lot of progress on that, but it was really hard to maintain and to keep that going. I mean, yeah, it was just too hard way of delivering some message which we are still really behind. So we want to try to get that ecosystem, because to declutter the whole thing with classical music, it's, I think, more straightforward. Like when I played some classical saxophone back in the day, you had like this certain thing you needed to practice. Could be hard, but you went through the measures and tried to work out first the notes in the right order, the rhythms, then also the musicality around it. But it was a given what you had to do. And with jazz, the hard thing is you're improvising, but you want to work on intonation, on the material, the building blocks for that improvisation, but you should also be in the moment and spontaneous. So you really have to work on your ear as well and on your awareness. And there's so much that comes into it. And that makes it, I think, a bit of a frustrating or a hard thing to practice. Maybe harder than other. I mean, you can disagree with me in the comments. Maybe this is too simplistic or too narrow-minded from one point of view, but it's kind of hard to have an all-encompassing approach, and we want to solve that problem for you. Well, we were already just taking baby steps in weekly lessons on Patreon. You can follow there. We do that also every other week, so you can subscribe to the guitar part of it, which Timothy covers, or the more saxophone, and sometimes also general stuff, of course, but more saxophone approach. Or you can do the complete thing where you get every week from both of us a lesson.
Even erbij toevoegen dat we ook muziek maken.
Oh, yeah. We also do make music. I do sometimes post these things about the Desmond project. I have the Desmond Legacy. Want to, just discover and try my way into the music of Paul Desmond shenanigans. My old album from 2020, right into COVID lockdown, is also still out there. That's called Donkey Dance. You can find that Sharp 11 Electric Band on Spotify. Where can we find your music, Timothy? You've made plenty.
Yes, my own personal YouTube channel.
Oh,
yes, that still exists.
Timothy Pedone.
We'll link.
Upcoming projects?
Finish my floor. In principe wel, maar nog niks concreet.
So keep this guy accountable for, he has a lot of great music he made in the past, and he has a lot of concepts of mind.
I have a lot of
in
ideas.
Mind. Push that guy a little bit for that you want to see his material. Okay, we'll leave it here. Thank you for watching. This was a very unhinged session of thank you for the 100,000 subscribers, and follow us on our unhinged ride.